It's Al Angelo from The Angry Cod, bringing you a video on how to fish in and out of the San Francisco Bay for the complete beginner. And today, I want to talk to you about charter boats. So, one of the ways that I have learned to fish anywhere that I fish at, whether it be the rivers up here in Northern California or the ocean, is I go out on a charter boat. So how do I select a charter boat? What kind of charter boats are available? What about the pricing? What do I bring? All that kind of stuff. Those are all great questions. So let me explain to you how the charter boat system works. First, I definitely would go out on a charter boat where the captain is U.S. certified as a captain to be able to operate that boat. So, and there are several different licenses that they can have, but the minimum that they should have would be a 6-pack. Kind of like my boat right here, that they would be able to take out up to 6 people, including the crew, the deckhand, that they could take them out fishing out either in a river or in the ocean. All right, and then they go up to there depending on how big the vessel is and how much it weighs and how many people can be on the boat. But for the most part, let's just talk about a basic captain's license through the Coast Guard. So they go through a series of classes and tests, and it actually costs quite a bit of money for them to complete that project, to get their captain's license. It takes a great deal of their time and effort to get it. And so when they become certified to be able to take somebody out, they kind of know all the safety and the rules about how to operate the boat, either in the river or out on the ocean. Now, my experience, I've been going out on charter boats since the 80s, and I've owned a boat myself probably since the 80s. I've had dozens of boats. So usually what I do is I hire a guide or two. I go out with them. I kind of learn what they're using, what kind of area they look for to fish in, what we're targeting. Most of the time, for me personally, we're targeting salmon in the Sacramento or the Feather River. That's kind of my big forte, is I enjoy catching salmon out of the river. And so I would hire these guides. And I have dozens of guides that I have used over the years. Some of them I like a lot, some of them I don't like at all. All right, so let me tell you what the difference is. So I look for a captain that has a tremendous amount of experience in fishing in a certain part of the river. And I can tell you right now, if I want to fish the metro area, Sacramento, for salmon, I'm going to use Mezzy, Mike Mezzy. I'm going to use him, Mezzy's guide service out of Sacramento. I'm going to use him for metro. He knows that area. He knows what they bite on. He knows how to put you on the fish. And I've gone there where I've limited out on massive salmon with Mezzy on many occasions. If I want to fish the northern part of the Sacramento River, it's Mike Utley, hands down. Utley's guide service, every time I go out with him, professional, clean boat, very nice, easy to get along with, and he puts me on the fish and I catch salmon. Okay, takes really good care of me. All right, and we'll probably be talking to Mike Utley later on in these series. And then if I want to fish the Feather River, so I have a couple of really good friends I use. I use Dalton's fish service, and then I also use Burning Lines. He's a really good one. And so those are my go-to people when it comes to fishing in a charter boat in the river. All right, so I've gone out with them. They have no problem with giving me tips. They know I'm going to come back in my own jet boat the next day and probably fish the same places. They don't have a problem with that. They show me what they use. They tell me where they get it. They show me how to hook it up. You know, that's money well spent. All right, so if you're going to be fishing the river, I highly recommend that you use those guides. There are many others. Some of them we didn't get along, all right? And, you know, they didn't put me on the fish, or, you know, the boat was dirty, or there wasn't a very good service. And some of them were top-notch guides. I mean, the best guides supposedly in my area, but yet I was not impressed with the operation. So that's what I use for the river. Now, when it comes to fishing in the ocean, in the San Francisco Bay, in and out, in that area, I've been going out salmon fishing on charter boats 3-4 decades now. Used to take my family and my kids out there, okay? And so I used to go on all the big party boats. And I enjoy going out on those boats. You meet a lot of nice people, you know. A couple of drawbacks. One, they're not very fast, all right? So, but for salmon, you don't have to go very far outside of the gate in order to get salmon. If you enjoy fishing with a whole bunch of people, then the larger charter boats, that might be right for you. I recently got to experience going out on a 6-pack boat. So I went out with the Codfather, okay, with Justin and Joe, and I had a great time. They put me on huge salmon, and there were some things I was really impressed about the Codfather, and I'm going to explain it to you. Couple of things. The first time I went out, so this past July, I caught 2 massive salmon. You've seen the pictures of them, and they put me on the fish right away. There was 5 or 6 of us on the boat. And, you know, we kind of limited out fairly quickly, all right? But there was one client there who I didn't know that he struggled in landing a fish. He wasn't very experienced at landing, you know, hard fighting salmon, and it kept getting off. The rest of us had limited out. They got a couch inside of the boat that we call it the limit couch. And when you've limited out, you get to sit on the limit couch because you've already limited out and you're waiting for the other guys to catch the rest of their fish. So we're fishing into the afternoon with this one person trying to get his limit of salmon. And dang, if that captain, Justin, did not stay out there, stick with it, time after time when that guy lost the salmon right at the boat until he got his last salmon for limit. So that captain actually stayed out there probably 4 hours longer than he could have. He could have just came in, well, we got almost the whole limit, we were just short one. But he didn't. He stuck with it. And I'm very impressed when I run across a captain that's willing to spend that fuel, that time, and that type of effort to make sure that one person got their limit. And I got to tell you, it came back around the next time I went out. The next time I went out on the Codfather, everybody limited out on halibut except for me. I was the last one. There were 5 people. They all limited out on their halibut, and he did the same thing for me. He stuck it out and waited until I caught my last and final halibut for limit. That is a captain that you want to go out with. And his deckhand, Joseph Green, I mean, this is not Joseph Green's boat. Joseph Green is a deckhand on the boat. And I watched this guy cleaning up the rails behind the, you know, the staircase and stuff like that with a rag. Just, even though it's not his boat, he's just wiping stuff down all the time. He's super busy. He was constantly wanting to make sure that I got on the fish. He was helping me with the gear. He was giving me advice on how to reel in. He was, you know, trying to put me right in the right spot so I could catch the kind of fish that I wanted to catch. And so that impresses me when I see that kind of dedication in a deckhand and in a captain. So when I go out of the San Francisco Bay, yes, I've gone out on the big charter boats. And you know, the price difference between a big charter boat and a small 6-pack boat, it might be $25, $50 at the most. And what I really like about the 6-pack boat is that it's smaller, it's a smaller group of people, and they give you that real one-on-one service. They get to know my name when I come on there a couple times. There's a charter boat I've been out of, Berkeley, maybe a dozen times, and I guarantee you they don't know who I am. But I know that these other charter boats, these 6-packs, especially the Codfather, he knows exactly who I am and what I do and why I'm out there. He knows I have my own boat, and then he knows I'm going out on my own, and he has no problem with showing me the different techniques and what it takes to put people on my fish in my own personal boat right here. Usually kids from high school. All right. Okay. So you have a choice. You can go out in the river and you can catch salmon right here in the river. They're a lot of fun to catch. They fight really hard. I enjoy using a charter boat, and I'll continue to use them, even though I have my own jet boat and I do go out on my own. When I go out to San Francisco Bay, yes, I own my own boat, but I'm still using those charter boats in order to kind of like a classroom, all right, so that I can learn more about how to get more fish in my boat easier and quicker and be safe about it. They don't have a problem with teaching me about safety, about going out, what to look for when I'm going in and out of the bay. You know, the Codfather, Justin, even, I told him I was thinking about going out to the Fairlawns, and he gave me some tips on checking the winds and the waves and everything to make sure that I was going to be safe, and I appreciate that. All right, so it's your choice. Do some investigation. Make sure they're Coast Guard certified. Make sure the boat is Coast Guard certified. All right. Ask for references. You know, can you give me some references? Or ask your friends who they come out with. Or you can even look on YouTube. There's a lot of charter boats that post what they're doing. They actually post their daily bag limit that they've got on the boat. And so I look those things over. You know, look at how clean the boat is, how well it's operated, how long have they been in operation. All right. Oh, this, yes, I have another YouTube channel. I'm sorry, I've been cheating on you guys. Yes, I own a company called A Plus Racing, and I have a YouTube channel that talks about how to race spec Miatas in road racing and how to maintain them and be faster at road racing in this Northern California area. But that's what that's all about. But I do hope that you subscribe to this channel, and we're going to bring you more and more information on what it takes for you to be successful inside and outside of the Golden Gate, how to be safe, how to catch fish for the total beginner. All right, I hope this helped. Subscribe to this channel. You won't be disappointed. I'll see you out on the ocean. Bye now.